Yo, what is up everyone? It is Sonic 901 here, and today I kind of wanted to do a little review slash rant over the Power Rangers Super Mega Force Legendary War Superhero War. The name escapes me right now, but anyway. Okay, let's see, what can I say about this episode? It was not as great as I thought it would be. It was nowhere near the Super Sentai version. Like, this episode felt rushed. It felt really rushed. It felt really unpolished. It was short too. I was like, it's so hard to explain. Like, it was so bad. How could they mess up something that had so much potential and then just screw it up like this? Like, it's unbelievable. Same thing can be said for Sonic Boom, but that's a video for another time. But it's so sad that they messed this up, because I was really hyped for this. Me and a lot of other Ranger fans was hyped for this. You know, you had Tommy coming back, you had that one black dude from Lost Galaxy, you had that one chick from, was it Space Force? Something like that. No, Lightspeed Rescue, there it is. And then you had some other people, but I can't remember. I can't remember the actors by name. The only one that really comes into my mind is Tommy. But yeah, you had all them people coming back, like, for this one last big showdown against the, what's the name? Whatever the little army was, I can't remember the names of them. It really seems like they didn't even have a name throughout the whole series. Like, they were never really mentioned, but still. You had all them coming back, and they had no screen time. I think that's what hurt the most. Tommy didn't have any screen time. The black dude didn't have any screen time. The chick from Lightspeed didn't have any screen time. The other dude from Lightspeed didn't have any screen time. You didn't see them on screen at all. You probably saw them like in bits and pieces of the clip or whatever. But you really didn't see them at all. Like, they were just absent for like that one, like the battle scene, the whole battle scene. They were not seen at all. At least I didn't see them. I was especially hoping to see Tommy doing some, Tommy doing all his little sound effects and his, he been doing that since day one. It's so sad that they messed this up. And when you look at this version and compare it to the Super Sentai version, I can't pronounce the name of the actual Sentai, Gokeja, something like that. It's so much better. It's so polished. It looks like they actually put time and effort into that episode. And then you look at ours, it's like, it's lazy, it's rushed, it's unpolished, it's bad. It's just terrible. Like, I can't believe they messed this up. Something that had so much hype behind it, and Nickelodeon was promoting the dog crap out of this thing at this episode too. Like, every time they go to the commercial, this be the first commercial to come on. And then when the date comes, it's a big letdown to every Ranger fan. I was let down. A bunch of other Ranger fans were let down. It was just sad. I mean, I will say it was nice seeing, Jungle Fury, Dino Force, which were two of my favorites out of the whole series. What else? Lightspeed Rescue. I really like Lightspeed Rescue. Zeo. I think that's what it was called. Zeo. Yeah, I think it was called Zeo. It was great seeing all of them again. And you had that one part where all the Ninja Rangers, they were doing that little Lightspeed-ish, like they were like straight out of Ninja Gaiden or some shit like that. But like, it was so. Those were probably the only good scenes in the entire episode. I'm not gonna lie, the build-up was intermediate. I guess you could say that. That's really the only word that comes to my mind when I think about the whole build-up. It was intermediate. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just there. It's really all you can really say about it. Just like, the build-up was just and then when it got down to it, it was rock bottom basically. It was just bad. I really wish they didn't mess this episode up, because I was really hyped for it. And I went in with my expectations being that this might be better than the Sentai version, or it might be, you know, side by side to it. Like, you know, it might not be the best, it might not be better, but it'll be like side by side to it. Like, they'll be, you know, side by side basically. Like, they'll be about the same, both good. But sadly, that was not the case, and I was really disappointed in it. I felt like I basically wasted a bit of my time watching it. Like, after I watched that, the night of, I went on YouTube and I watched the Super Sentai, I believe it's called Great Hero War, Great Legend War. It's something like that. I don't know why the name escapes me at the moment, but after I watched that, it was so hyped. I mean, that episode was so hyped. Like, you had the Go Cager and you had the other ones. I can't remember them. They were angels. I remember that though. They were angels. I can't remember the names, but you had them fighting side by side, and you know, you had doing all this. Speaking of which, that's another thing I liked about the Super Sentais. They had them two separate. In our version, they have, well, it's called Megaforce, and then you have SuperMegaForce, which is the same actors, just occasionally dressing up in, you know, the pirate outfits from Go Cager, and, you know, doing the thing. And that's another thing that sort of lost me. Like, I'm glad they kept the Ranger keys and all that. They were still able to transform into, you know, other Rangers, you know, Mighty Morphin and all that jazz. But it threw me off when I found out that it was the same actors. It's the same people. I mean, if they can get different people to do Megaforce, then why didn't they just do it for Super Megaforce? Megaforce and Samurai didn't have the same actors, thank goodness, because I didn't like some of the Samurai actors. Well, in our version, the Japanese version, those actors are amazing. I really like the Japanese actors. They don't give a cheesy vibe to the show whenever you watch it. If you just watch Super Sentai, you don't get that cheesy vibe. You get like a Kamen Rider feel whenever you watch it. And Kamen Rider isn't cheesy by any means. Well, there's that one Kamen Rider series that was but that's another video for another time too. But I really don't know what else to say about this episode. It was just bad. I mean, I'm glad they went out of their way to even attempt it, but I just wish they could have done better. Like I said, if you really want to compare the episodes, you can watch our version and then go watch the Super Sentai version, and then you'll see where all the hype was basically. But that's really all I gotta say about it. Tell me what you think about the episode in the comments. You know, like, rate, subscribe, and, you know, share on Facebook or whatever, you know, all that jazz. And I guess that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.